It is 7:30 on the dot this morning on Up with KREM. Youth sports taking a highlight this morning because the majority of the year, youth athletics have not had a place in Washington. Gyms shut down when the pandemic began, and when they reopened, it was not long before new protocols stopped them once again.
Yeah, it's depressing to leave here at night. It's dark out, it's cold, and my building's dark and vacant.
Today, we're checking out the impact it's having on local kids. Also today, the Trump administration is hosting a summit in hopes of boosting public confidence in a coronavirus vaccine, but the Biden team did not get an invite. Plus, a new sport is joining the Summer Olympics. Athletes, though, will have to wait until 2024 to show the world their best moves.
And we're starting out cloudy and mild this morning, not quite as warm as Sacramento, California. Oh, it's a beautiful start to the day there, and it's a beautiful start to the day here. We'll let you know what to expect as we push through it.
Up with KREM begins now.
Well, here's a story you don't see every day. TSA agents at Spokane International Airport found these throwing knives in a passenger's carry-on bag. The TSA's Instagram had a little bit of fun with the post saying, "Genin or not, throwing knives must be packed in your checked bags." Hey, genin, by the way, that's a Japanese term for a young or junior ninja. These knives, by the way, these are kunai, which are knives with blades made of soft iron that usually go unsharpened. They're actually typically used for gardening tools. But either way, a good reminder to double check what you can bring on a plane before traveling. I just need to know, was there any other ninja-like stuff with these knives?
Yeah, there was a full karate gi. And, yeah, all that. No, I have no idea.
A series of belts to show how well they'd progressed through the discipline.
Well, I go everywhere with my throwing knives. You gotta let me on the plane with these.
But you check them when you fly with them, right, Jeremy?
Yeah, but they're charging so much for checked bags these days. You have to shove everything into a tiny little backpack, and that's all you get. It's a week, and you got a tiny backpack, and most of that's underwear.
The struggle of being a young ninja in the Northwest, right?
I feel you, bud.
Right?
Yeah.
That's another story for a different day, I think.
Yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and get you out the door with weather. We showed you Sacramento, California off the top, and right now you're probably going, oh, cool, why did you do that? But the reason is, believe it or not, Sacramento, California is actually colder than where we are sitting right now here in Spokane. Can you believe it? I hope so. Well, all right, we're within a degree or two of each other. 36 here, 36 there early on this morning. 28 in Ritzville, 28 in Coeur d'Alene, 32 in Sandpoint. Moscow, you're warmer than Sacramento at 40 degrees. Lewiston, 41. That's all thanks to our cloud cover and that flow coming out of the west and southwest. You can see even if we, wrong way, zoom back out, you can trace that from all the way down to just about California. All of that warmer weather just kind of pumping into the region. And that's going to bump our temperatures up as we scoot through the day. And then later on tonight, tomorrow, we have that chance of a little bit of moisture working its way in. For us, it's a little bit of light rain before the sun comes up. Elsewhere, it's a little bit of mountain snow. But as we scoot through the day, expect temperatures to rise. Not quite as much as they will in Sacramento. But hey, 42 degrees later on this afternoon doesn't sound too bad to me.
Warmer than Sacramento. That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, Jeremy, for your full forecast. Happening today, the UK has started vaccinating the country with 800,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine, becoming the first Western country to start such a program. I love that you can see the smile even with the mask over her face as you're looking at your screen. This is Margaret Keenan. She's a 90-year-old grandmother from England, and she was the first person to receive the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine.
Oh, it was fine. It was fine. I wasn't nervous at all. It was really good, yeah.
The first people to get the shot are people in senior living homes, as Keenan says she's just doing her part to help end the pandemic. Looking locally now, here are 3 things to know about the coronavirus today. First, the Trump administration is aiming to instill public confidence as well as claim major credit for the forthcoming coronavirus vaccines with a White House summit today. The Operation Warp Speed Summit will feature Trump, Vice President Mike Pence, and a host of government experts who will outline distribution plans. Officials from President-elect Joe Biden's transition team, however, were not invited, even though they will oversee the continuation of the largest vaccination program in the nation's history once he takes office on January 20th. Number 2, Spokane County saw another 3-day total of almost 1,000 coronavirus cases. The Spokane Regional Health District is reporting 366 new COVID-19 cases and 7 new deaths as of Monday, December 7th. There are 96 Spokane County residents hospitalized as of yesterday. According to the health district, 28 people have died of COVID-19 so far in Spokane County. Meanwhile, the Panhandle Health District is also reporting 565 new COVID-19 cases and 4 deaths in Idaho's 5 northern counties yesterday. Those numbers do include new cases from both Saturday and Sunday. 61 people are currently hospitalized in North Idaho. And third, experts across the country say that we could see spikes of 800 to 1,000 new coronavirus cases per day over the next month. One expert even told KREM the risk of putting pressure on the Spokane area hospitals as cases are expected to spike is, quote, tremendous. Researchers with Policy Lab at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia projected last week that COVID-19 cases throughout Portland, Seattle, Spokane, and our surrounding areas would double over the next month. In the past month, the Spokane Regional Health District has reported 4 days where coronavirus cases spiked above 400. Looking ahead this morning, Republican and Democratic lawmakers have not been able to agree on a second COVID relief bill, and now time is running out. They must pass a spending bill to avoid government shutdown on Friday. Just yesterday, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell gave an update on negotiations to pass a spending bill. He, though, blames partisanship for the gridlock.
We just need both sides to finally do what members of Congress do when they're serious about wanting an outcome. Drop the all or nothing tactics, drop the hostage taking, and make law in the many places where we have common ground.
McConnell says Congress needs to pass this legislation in order to do right by the country before the holidays. And one of the controversial policies up for discussion right now was another round of stimulus checks. There's a bipartisan group of lawmakers finalizing a $900 billion piece of legislation that is aimed at helping businesses and the unemployed. But another round of checks is not included. So if there are no checks, what's in the bill? The plan would provide an additional $300 a week for unemployed. It would also help small businesses and state governments bridge the gap until the economy improves. But congressional leaders would like to attach any deal they come up with to that government funding bill. That's supposed to pass before the potential shutdown on Friday. We'll keep you updated as this story develops. Trending this morning is the Summer Olympics. No, it's not the games being delayed again. It's this. Yeah, the International Olympic Committee has approved breakdancing to become an official sport. Breakdancing, by the way, will be called breaking at the Olympics. That's its name that was created back in the 70s by hip-hop pioneers throughout the United States. But event leaders do hope that the introduction of this new sport will lure a younger audience. The Olympic Committee, though, still needs time to prepare the sport lineup. So you might not see an activity like this until the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris, France. Meanwhile, the Tokyo Games will still be held next year on July 23rd. You can see new sports during the Summer Games next year, including skateboarding, sport climbing, and surfing. That's pretty cool. So this morning we want to ask you, what's your favorite Summer Olympic sport? Summer Olympic sport. Text us at 509-448-2000. We would love to share your response here on Up with KREM. You got any, maybe not a new one, Jeremy, but one you've always liked watching?
One of I was like gymnastics. We just don't watch it as much, and then all of a sudden Summer Olympics roll around and I'm glued to the TV and I'm judging everybody. I'm like, oh, she moved her foot, and I'm sitting on a couch eating potato chips.
There you are. Swimming and wrestling for me every year. Love it. Well, the United Kingdom, by the way, continues to roll out vaccines today. Coming up, we're going to go over who's getting the vaccines and how they plan to vaccinate millions of people in just a few months. We'll be right back.
And we are taking a look outside, letting you know about our earliest sunsets of the year. That happens for the next 4 days. We're going to talk about what that means for your weather.